Hi everybody. Welcome to my live. How's everybody doing tonight? I wasn't sure if I was going to go live or not tonight. I was planning on it, and I had an a work dinner, and so I'm jumping on a couple minutes late tonight, and I just barely got it together. And then I ran in here real quick, and I had a new phone case for my phone for Christmas, and it wouldn't fit in my phone holder, so I was struggling to get that off. So anyway, I apologize for being late. Thank you for joining me, either now live or on YouTube. I hope everyone is doing well. There's been so much illness going around and weather, and so I'm just wishing everybody's healthy and well and warm. Okay. So I have another Christmas card class tonight. So we're going to do a couple Christmas things, and then we're going to do some regular things too. I think we're kind of at the end of getting the cards ready for Christmas. So if this is your first time watching, my name is Laura Rodrick. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in San Antonio, Texas. I go live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. And then I post later on YouTube as well and on my Facebook business page. So if you're tuning in to any of those, thank you so much for watching. It looks like I can see myself up on Facebook, so I think, oh, hi Kelly, how are you? Hi Renee. Okay, so I think we'll get started right away because we want to get into our fun class for tonight. So the first thing I want to do is, last week I was doing a giveaway for anyone who shared, and there were several people who shared either on Facebook or YouTube. I have a little app on my phone where I put everybody's name in and do the little spinner. It's very Wheel of Fortune-like, right? And anyway, this week's winner was Pam S. So Pam, if you're watching, please send me a message or an email at sunshineandsparklestamping@gmail.com with your address so I can mail this to you. And Pam won this beautiful brick and mortar embossing folder. I use this one a lot. It's one of my favorites. So congratulations to Pam this week. I'm not going to do one this week because I'm going to be off for the next 2 weeks because of Christmas and New Year's. We're having out-of-town guests. Renee, thank you for sharing. Okay. Let me turn my camera down and we'll start getting into things. So hopefully, just give me a minute to get my camera straight. I didn't have time to play with that ahead of time. Like I said, I was fighting with it because it hated my new phone case. So, okay. Alrighty. So the first thing that I'd like to tell you about is my adhesive kit that I'm offering for Christmas. And this is how it comes. It's kind of a burlappy, sparkly ornament gift bag. And inside of it is the adhesive kit. And it comes in a plastic zippered pouch that has a very pretty gold glittered create on the outside. And then on the inside, you're going to get all of these products. Let me just pull them out and show you. Okay, so we're going to have, these are all my favorite products for adhesive. So I've got a package of mini glue dots. I've got some Stampin' Dimensionals, the whole package of those, and then one sheet of mini dimensionals, a Stampin' Seal adhesive runner. I love this little Zig two-way glue pen, so I'm including that. The Mono adhesive eraser, it's a little sand eraser for erasing any little ink boo-boos on our paper. And then a Tombow liquid glue. So if you would like that kit, the cost is $45, which includes the shipping. Shipping is very expensive, so I think the kit's like $38 plus the shipping. Just email me, sunshineandsparklestamping@gmail.com to order that. I'll send you an invoice through Square, and then I'll get that off in the mail to you. I do want to announce that Stampin' Up! is having... Hold on, I was just looking at the comments for a minute. Hi, Pam from North Carolina. You won this week. I don't know if you jumped on just then, but you won the embossing folder this week. So just let me know your address, either in Messenger or my email. Stampin' Up! Is offering 1-day free shipping. That's this Thursday. So in addition to some of the great clearance products you can get, almost everything in the mini catalog, there's a lot of things on sale. Almost everything is retiring. So there's a lot to choose from. So if you go on, you get a discount on all that. Plus you get free shipping, so Thursday would be a great day to place an order. The adhesive kit is not part of the Stampin' Up product because that's something I do on my own. Okay, so tonight we're going to be doing fitting florets, and I did not post in advance any pictures. Oh, thanks for sharing, Pam. So this kit is not actually in the catalog. It started, I think, November 1st for the customers to order. It started in October for demonstrators to order. And it's a really fun kit. This is going to be in the new catalog, except for 2 of the products. Okay, so I'm going to show you as we go along what you can get now and what you won't be able to get once it sells out. All right, so that's what we're going to use for tonight. These are the cards we're going to make. We're going to make this little fun fold Christmas card right here. We're going to make this little gift card holder. Anybody give gift cards for Christmas? I tend to give a lot of them. And then we're going to go into some of the flowered things and get back into some regular cards. And so I've got, for a special person on a special day, we're going to make this card tonight. It's a birthday card. And then we're also going to do a thank you card with the fitting florets. So really fun set. Let me just show you, one of the components of it is you can get this Framed and Festive cling stamp set, right? And this has beautiful, beautiful Christmas sentiments on it. This is not going to carry over. So once this is sold out, it's sold out. You won't be able to get it anymore. The other component that's not going to carry over into the new catalog is the designer series paper. And this is the paper. It comes in a bunch of different floral colors. And then we have this kind of Christmas one. And we're going to color in these berries to make them red. So a lot of fun patterns, some nice, pretty small patterns, flowered patterns, lots of things that you can make with this DSP. It's a really good DSP pack to have, and when that sells out, that will sell out. Okay, so in order for us to start our first card, we're going to be using that set, and I'm also bringing in this layering circles die set, which we use a lot just to cut out some of the circles. Okay, so pieces for our first kit are just like this. Now we're starting with a little bit different of a card base than we normally do. And this is real red cardstock. It's 8.5 by 4.5. Okay, and we're going to score this at 3 inches right here. All right, so this part of the card is going to open this way. Then we're going to cut another piece of the real red cardstock, and this is 8 inches by 3 inches, and it's scored at 4 inches. And this is going to be the inside flap of our card. Okay, so let's start by coloring our DSP. So we have 2 pieces of the designer series paper that's going to go in our card, right? So one is going to go here, and the other one is going to go in this flap right here. Okay, so before we adhere them down, I'm just going to take a real red Stampin' Blend, and I'm going to use the light colored one. And I'm just going to go ahead and color in some of those berries. And I'm going to use the brush tip for this. All right, and let me see if I can stay in the lines and color fast. Now, you don't have to make them red if you don't want to, but it makes it more Christmassy and festive, right? So we're going to go ahead and do that. Some of these aren't going to show because we're going to have things over them. But for the small piece, I'm going to go ahead and color all of them in. And that only takes a few minutes. All right, I'm going to do the same with the big piece. And I probably don't need to do this part right here, but definitely around the edges. We'll see how it looks when we do the edges to see if we have to do any of the middle ones. How's everybody doing on getting ready for Christmas? It's coming fast. My little granddaughter, Emmeline, is obsessed with the Grinch right now. She's about 20 months old, and she thinks the Grinch is so cute and funny. Anyway, they had pizza delivered tonight. And there's a pizza place, they live in Chicago, that has the Grinch deliver your pizza. So I thought that was super fun. They sent me the video, which was really cute. I think it's really fun that a pizza place would do that, would send somebody to the house dressed as the Grinch to deliver your pizza. Okay, this is going to go right here, so I don't think we need to color anymore. So that's good. Let's go ahead and put our DSP down. with some seal. Look at how my red dots bled through when I colored. Okay, so that piece goes there. This piece is going to be right here. All right, now we can go ahead and adhere this piece right in the middle. So at least part of our card will be finished. So we'll just add some seal to the back of this. All right. And I'm just going to close that and put it right in the center. Or a little bit, maybe just a tad to the right. So it's going to come just like that, okay? So that's a pretty good start on our card base. Now let's go ahead and do some stamping. So I've got the circle that I cut out from the layering circle dies. We're going to stamp that. This is going to be the background piece for that. This is going to be on the inside of the card, and we're going to put a sentiment there as well. And then this we're going to stamp, kind of make our own DSP with the fa la 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 stamp, which is super fun. So let's do that. I'm going to get out something to protect my surface. You can see I was already doing that. So we're just going to reuse this sheet of paper. And I'm going to use Real Red. And I re-inked it because it was starting to look a little bit faint. So I re-inked my ink pad. So we'll see how this comes out. All right, and I'm just going to kind of start like right in the middle here. And then just kind of go across and then offset it in the other places. So here and here. And then we'll put just a little bit more at the bottom to finish it off. Okay. And there we have our little piece of homemade DSP with the fa-la-las. Okay, next on this circle, we're going to put "'Tis the Season to Be Jolly." Don't you love the font combination with this? I think it's really fun. I had to get the set because I just love these beautiful fonts, and I'll be able to use these fonts for years. Okay, "'Tis the Season to Be Jolly." That's set to go. And then on the inside, I stamped "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas." And this font is just a little bit different than the other. It's kind of the same concept, but it's just a little bit off, I feel like. But I think it's still going to look fine. So I'm just going to stamp that on the inside like that. Okay, all the stamping is done. We can finish putting the card together now. So let's take this piece that we made and add some seal to that. I'm not lifting it off properly. And that'll go right on this panel right here. Okay, then we're going to take some of the ribbon, okay? And this Real Red ribbon comes a combo pack with the Garden Green ribbon. And it's a nice Christmas pack to have, the red and green ribbon. And it's a really nice ribbon to work with. It's real pretty, I think. It's kind of almost a little bit, it's not sheer, I would say, but it just has a really nice texture to it. So we're just going to put it about here and go ahead and tie a bow. Almost looks like we're wrapping a present, doesn't it? All right, let's see if we make that a little smaller and neater looking. Great. And I'm just going to cut this off. And that looks pretty good. All right, now let's put our sentiment on the inside. And we'll just center that right in the middle, like that. Okay, now we're going to work on this panel right here. Do you see what I did with my ribbon? Don't do that. You want it to be flat inside. All right, so let's take our sentiment and put it, layer our circles. And we have that nice scalloped edge around the border. We'll take some dimensionals and pop that up. Get out a sheet of dimensionals here. Hi, Lois. All right, here we go. So I popped that up a little because I'm going to want to put, I cut these little, I don't know what you call them, little sprigs out, and I cut these out of soft succulent, and this is in these are the dies for the framed florets. So that's where I got that die from right there, and I just cut out a couple of those. And so I'm gonna use some Tombow glue and just glue these underneath since we popped up our sentiment. And I can see that I have a little bit of some things to pop out still. Okay. All right, let's get the glue started. All right, just a little bit here and there. Just kind of going real light with it. Now, what I discovered is I want to get this tucked in pretty good because, and I mean, placement of the dimensional is everything, and I kind of didn't do so well with that, but we're going to put it here. And I really don't want it to hang too far over because I still want it to fit in the envelope, right? So that's okay there. Now the other side, I've got some extra room over here, so I'm not as worried about that. It should fit in the envelope. All right, so a little bit of glue here. And then we're going to add some rhinestones to bling it up and make it really pretty. I'm going to use the Real Red Rhinestone Basic Jewels. And if this is too long, you can cut off this little part too. It's not going to show, and it'll be easier to tuck everything in. So let's put this one right about there. And I think that looks good. All right, and let's get out some of those rhinestones. They're super pretty. You get a lot of them in the packet. This is just one of my favorite staples, especially at Christmas. So let's bling this up a little bit. And I'm just putting little rhinestones on each one of these. You can see where there's a little circle coming off the branch. So I'm just putting them, I guess that's just where they go, right? Just like that. And on this side, and it just adds a bit of bling and shine to the card, kind of a finishing touch. All right, that one was nice and easy, right? Nice and easy card. Let me close this one up. So that is our first card for tonight and our last Christmas card of the season. Okay, let's go on now. Next, I want to do a little gift card holder. I know a lot of people give gift cards at Christmas, so I think thank you, Pam. I think it's really important to have some nice gift card holders handy, and I think this just looks like a little package. I've just got a little rectangle on the back in case you want to write a sentiment to, from, love mom, whatever it is that you want to put on there. And this is super easy to make. You could also put this inside of a card, like let's say you had a Christmas card. You could also, you know, glue this to the inside so it would be a gift card holder in your card too. All right, so super easy to make. So what we're going to use for this one is this die set is really awesome. This is mini pocket envelope dies, and it couldn't be easier because all you're going to do is take this die, and I cut it out of the Real Red. And then you have a holder, right? Here's the rectangle I used on the back that I cut out of the white. And nice set to have. Okay, so let me get out the pieces for that. Again, this is a super fast, super easy project. The die makes it easy, right? So here it is, all cut up. We're going to cut it, fold it in half. Let me use my bone folder. All right. And then we're going to score these lines right here. And this is going to help close our gift card holder. So I'm just going to burnish those so they're nice. Okay. We're going to add a little bit of glue. My glue's a little bit slow to come out tonight. It couldn't be user error, right? All right, and we're just going to close it up and hold it down for a minute. And you can see that's it. That's the base for our gift card holder. Easy breezy, right? All right, now we're just going to decorate it a little bit. And boy, I did a terrible job of folding that. Hold on. I should have paid attention when I was using my bone folder. But I think we can line it up and fix it. There we go, all fixed. All right, let's color a little DSP again. If I can find my marker. What did I do with my marker? Here it is. It almost looked pink. Doesn't that look a little bit pink to you? But it is the real red. So here we go. More coloring of the berries. Whoa. I heard we're having some cold weather coming, which does not make me happy. I mean, we're a little bit spoiled here, I'll admit. Sunday was a gorgeous day. We swam. It's been a while since we swam because we've had weird weather, but it was just a gorgeous day on Sunday. But I think over Christmas, the high is going to be in the 40s, which is really odd for us, and the lows in the 20s. I mean, that's crazy. All right, that's the rectangle I cut out of basic white. I'm just going to put on the back so you can write something. And I'll put that right about here. I'm going to stamp. Now, I got this little banner die that has the little dots on it. That's from the Stylish Shapes die set. And it's just this die right here that I cut out the white. And we're just going to stamp Merry Christmas. And that is from the same Framed and Festive stamp set right there. Okay. So more real red. See if I can get this straight. Kind of, sort of. And I'm going to just cut off. I probably should have put it a little more off to this side, but I'm just going to cut off this part right here and make it straight on this side. Then I'm just going to take a little bit of seal and attach it to the gift card holder. Right about here. And then we're going to tie a bow again. Uh-oh, look at him. I do not have enough ribbon to tie the bow. Let me see if I have any close by. I do. I have another one. For me, getting these open is always tricky with the cellophane that they put over it. Let's see if I can get this off. Okay. All right. We're in business again. Is everybody ready for Christmas already? I am not, but there's still time. And I always tell myself every year, you know, every year it gets done. It never doesn't get done, so do not panic. Whoops. Okay. Just put my fingers in there and just kind of straighten it out a little bit. All right, let me get my other scissors and just clip that off. Okay, that's it. And you can see easily you can then slide a gift card right inside there. And it's perfect and easy, right? That was super easy to make. Oh, let's add some rhinestones, of course. Don't forget the bling. I'm just putting a few random ones, just in different places. There, here. Let's say, well, how about if we put 5 of them? One right there. It looks like one fell off my other card too, so. Okay. All right, project number 2, last Christmas project for me for the year. All right, let's start some regular cards. So y'all know we're going to have new catalogs coming out, and that's going to be happening. Did I have the catalogs with me? Oh, I do. Let me just show you really quick. So the new catalogs are coming out in January. I think January 5th is when it kicks off. The Celebration catalog, where you can earn some free things, and the mini catalog. Lots and lots of fun stuff in here. I can't wait. I've gotten some of the products already. I can't wait to start creating with that. So let's start doing some regular cards. This is a birthday card with the fitting florets, and we're going to be using some of these oval dies. This has a lot of dies in it. So there's 3 large oval dies. This one we're going to use later, not to do the cutout, but to cut out some of these really pretty hearts, okay? And then we're going to be using these 2 oval dies as well. All right, and that paper, we're going to actually do a little bit of cutting out of the paper because some of these dies right here fit over the DSP. And so you don't have to color, you don't have to do anything, but just use your dies to cut out some flowers for the front. Here is the Framed Florets stamp set, and you can see the pretty flowers, the pretty sentiments that we're going to use on our card. So this flowers, this is, we're going to use this, but from the DSP, or you could stamp your own and you could color it. So when this stamp is in the catalog and the DSP is no longer available, you can still do the flowers. All right, so here are our pieces for this. We're going to start with a standard card base in Balmy Blue. This is 8.5, whoa, by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I've cut a piece of 5 1/4 by 4 that's going to go on the inside of the card. And then a little piece of the DSP. This is the same DSP, and that's how we're going to do our inside. But let's work on the outside front first. Got a little scrap that I need to get rid of. Let me just get a drink of water really quick too. Okay, so I used another one of my favorite die sets, the Scalloped Contours dies with basic white, and I cut out this background, scalloped background. So we're gonna start some layering. So I have 4 inches by, I wrote 3/4. Hold on, let me see what it is for real. I think I have a typo on my thing. So 3 1/4 by 4 1/2 is going to be the DSP for the inside right here. So we will just go ahead and attach this first layer. I love the colors of this. Of course, I love pink anything, and I think the pink and the blue look really pretty together. And as usual, the DSP from Stampin' Up will list on the outside what colors are in the DSP. So Balmy Blue, Blushing Bride, Crushed Curry, Evening Evergreen, Night of Navy, Polished Pink, and Soft Succulents. So it tells you, so you don't have to think about it. You don't have to try and figure it out. You know what colors. All right, so we used one of those oval dies to cut out an oval frame. So I'm going to use a little bit of glue and attach that. This glue dries quick. There we go. Now we're in business tonight. All right, and we're going to put this pretty much in the middle. And to me, it's a little bit harder to line up the ovals, but I think this looks pretty good. You really can't tell till you get the middle piece in. So I cut the oval frame again from some of the designer series paper that just had a pink pattern, and we're going to use that to put into the middle. I'm just going to adhere that with a little bit of seal. And let's see if I can get this lined up. All right, that looks pretty good. Now, the flowers. I took some flowers from the DSP, so I just cut a piece of the DSP, which was this flower set right here that I want to put on the front. And then we have one of the dies, and I'll show you how to cut that out. So it just sets here, and we're just going to go ahead and put that through the die cutting machine, and we're going to use the mini for this and cut out our flower for the front. This mini machine is super handy. And I got to tell you, come January, there's going to be a special for getting the machine. And not only can you get it in this white color, but they're going to have a new color that's coming out, which is super exciting. So I'll show you all about that in January. Because if you don't have a die cutting machine, or you just would like a small one that's super portable to take places, or sometimes it's just easier to use the smaller one because it's just faster and easier, right? So it's a good thing to have, and this deal is it's unbelievable. It blew my mind when I saw it. Okay, so easy breezy, put it through the machine. And now we have our flower cut out. Let me get my Post-it tape off. You could also use washi tape, something that isn't going to stick and pull off the finish. So there's our flower. Now we're going to pop our flower up. So let me get my dimensionals. All right. And we'll put that flower about right like that. Then we need a sentiment, of course. So I have just a little square of basic white DSP. I'm going to use my Evening Evergreen stamp pad. And for a special person on a special day, we'll just stamp that right in the middle. And then, because I didn't want it to take up too much space on the front of the card, I just took a pair of scissors and cut around the edges. So we will just do that. And I'm going to go straight across, starting here. My light casts a shadow, so sometimes it's hard for me to cut with the shadow on the card. So I'm just going to kind of go around the curves and just cut that out. Now, you don't have to do this, and if you don't like the fussy cut, you can certainly just use a circle die, a rectangle die, you know, just put it through your, just your little cutting thing and just cut straight lines. Anything you want to do will work. All right, let's pop that up also. And we'll put that right about there. We're going to add some pearls, and I love these iridescent pearls basic jewels. You can see I've gone through many packages. You can see I've got some, I actually have colored a few of them to make them different colors. You can do that with your blends markers. That's where those little marks are from. So we'll just put a few of these really pretty pearls on the card. And then we are just going to pop this whole thing up right onto our card base. Do you guys know a lot of people who have December birthdays and need a birthday card? Okay. All right, let's just put the inside, and I believe I stamped something in the inside. Wishes for a beautiful birthday. So let's do that in the Evening Evergreen also. And we'll just add that little strip at the bottom. Perfect. And make sure it's not creeping over the edge a little bit. And then we'll just use a little bit of seal to attach that to the inside of the card. Lastly, we're going to add a bow. And I'm using the white glittered organdy ribbon to put a bow on the front. Another one of my favorites to use. Who doesn't love glitter? Unless it gets too messy. All right. clearly struggling with my bow making, but we're gonna get it. Okay. All right, we're gonna put that on with a glue dot. Right about there. Okay. Fitting florets. Very pretty, right? Looks like a good birthday card. Okay, last one, we're gonna do this thank you card, and we're gonna use the set again, but we're gonna use it just a little bit differently this time. We're gonna use the stamp with the flowers, and we're gonna color our own flowers for this instead of cutting it out of the DSP. So here are our pieces for this card. All right, starting with a card base of polished pink, and this is 11 inches, so we just cut an 8.5 by 11 right in half here, okay? So it's 11 by 4 1/4, and then it's scored at 5.5, so this one's gonna open up this way. Some of the same DSP, this is 5 1/4 by 4 of the Fitting Florets DSP. Now, if you go on the website, because you want to order this stamp set, even though it's not in the catalog, you'll be able to find it on the website and all the different pieces to it. Okay, so that's our card base. So I'm just going to do our stamping next. So this is a frame that I cut out twice, once from the polished pink and once from the white. So we have a different color inside. So that's all set to go. We are going to stamp on this right here, and then I just have a scrap that we're going to stamp on because we're going to do our flowers that we're going to cut. All right, so I'm going to use the Evening Evergreen for our sentiment again. This one says, thank you with all my heart. Let's see if I can do this one a little bit straighter than the first card that I had. And kind of right in the middle. I re-inked this one too, so it's a little bit darker now. I'm going to use Memento Black to stamp our flowers. This is a really pretty stamp. You can see it there. I'm going to get that inked up. I probably need to re-ink my black too. Oh, I can't hardly even see it. Well, we'll see if it shows up. If not, we're just going to flip it over and try it again. I think that looks good, and we are ready to color. Okay, so we're going to stick with the same colors that are in the DSP. So I'm going to start with some polished pink. And let's see, this one, I'm going to put my red away so I don't get that one mixed up. I'm going to start with the, here's my light, here's my dark. I'm going to start by putting some dark in the middle of the flowers. And then I'm going to kind of blend them out with the light. All right, is anybody done shopping? Is anybody done wrapping? Is anybody done decorating? I always save making the cookies till last too. So like a couple days before Christmas, I will probably bake 12 different kinds of cookies. We love cookies. It's been a Christmas tradition for a long time. Everybody has their favorite, kind of Thanksgiving, right? Like nobody can live without their favorite at Christmas. Everyone has one. I think mine are probably the sugar cookies, and I do those with like an almond icing on them. They're really good. And I do those as Christmas trees. Do you guys have favorite cookies that you have to have at Christmas that you bake? All right, I think these flowers are going to be pretty. It reminds me of spring already. Okay, so our flowers are finished. Renee says she's done with Christmas. Renee, I am so impressed. I can't believe you're done with Christmas. Wow. You must be super organized. That used to be many years ago, not anymore. The soft succulent I'm going to do in light. I'm going to do in these kind of wider leaves. I'm going to do 3 different greens in the leaves to give it a little bit of interest. These are really small little areas to color. And I find sometimes I do best with my brush tip to be able to get just really small with it. Okay, the next one I'm going to do is the light, the dark soft succulent. And I'm going to do these little bitty ones right here with that color. Hopefully my head's not in the middle of the camera right now as I'm coloring. I like to get over it a little bit so I can see it better without shadows. Just check. Okay. All right. My coloring leaves a lot to be desired tonight. All right, last color I'm going to use is, this is Evening Evergreen in the light. And I'll just do these bigger leaves than that. So all in all, it might be easier just to use a die cut to cut out the paper, right? This takes a little bit more time, but I think they're really pretty and probably worth it. I just bought some new flowers for the backyard to make it look pretty for Christmas, and now it looks like we're going to have frost over Christmas, so that makes me sad. Sometimes we can go without any frost at all till January, and then we usually have like 3 or 4 days the whole year, and that's it. But this year, it's coming. All right, now we're going to do die cutting again, and we're just going to cut this one out. Just like that, and we'll just whip it through really quick. Get a little of my Post-it tape to hold it in place. And we'll bring the machine back. All right. Bent it just a little bit as I was pulling it out. Okay, there it is. We're good to go. All right, let's start putting it together. So we're gonna take this and put it right in the middle where we want it. So actually I think I'll glue this part down first. So let's do that first, and we'll use a little bit of the glue again. And I'm just gonna put some little, kind of do some dots around. Surprised I didn't use my blue glue tonight, right? That would have been easy. I probably should have used that for this part right here. But I'm using this glue instead, so we'll see how that comes out. All right, let's center that. Hold it down for a second. Then I will use some seal to put this here. Right in the middle, just like that. We're gonna take our flowers and pop them up across the top. Like that. And we'll add some more of those beautiful pearls. I'm just gonna put these in the middle of the flowers. Just like that. I think these pearls go really pretty with this set. Okay, now, remember before I told you we were going to use that one die, and I just used it in a polished pink. And what it does when you run it through the die cutter, you just get all these little hearts come out, which would make for a really pretty frame for a card, right? To put into your card. But what I did then was I have all these little hearts that fell out. And we're just going to put some of these hearts onto our card. And I'm just going to use a little bit of glue. So, whoa, that was a little big glob of glue. These would be good for Valentine's Day too, as we start getting into Valentine's Day projects. Those would be really pretty. They're very tiny. Or if you put them, cut out a bunch of these little hearts, it cuts out a whole bunch with the thing. You could actually mix them with some of the Sparkle and Shine sequins with the pink hearts in it and do a really pretty Valentine's shaker card, right? Maybe we'll do that. We'll see. You guys know I've been obsessed with shaker cards lately. I don't know why. But I would love to have pink hearts in a shaker card. So I'm just pulling some of these and just putting them on the card like that. And then let's do another bow. So this ribbon is really pretty. This is the first time that I've used this ribbon this year. And it's a double stitched ribbon, and it's balmy blue and white, which are perfect colors to go with this set. And it's a little bit stiffer because it's 2 layers, but we will tie a bow. Go a little bit longer on this. And then I'm trying to get the blue on both sides of the bow because the ribbon's only on one side, so it's a little bit tricky. But we'll see what we can do here. And you can see how it's a little bit stiff, but I think it's a really fun ribbon. All right. And I think it goes really well with this set. So now, this one didn't twist quite right. Let me see if I can adjust that a little bit. And then we're going to use glue dot to put this on the front of our card. And I'm not sure about this side. Can I flip this over? Okay. It wasn't the best job, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sneak a little glue dot underneath there to kind of hold it in place that way. It's cheating, right? But that's okay. I think it'll look okay anyway. All right. So there we have it. That is our last card for tonight. I know there's a lot of thank you cards that folks have to send out after Christmas, so this would be a good set to make some thank you cards. All right, so let's just bring back what we did tonight. All right, we did our Fancy Fold Christmas card. We did our gift card holders, and this die set is great. You could do birthday ones. You could use any DSP, any colors, super handy. We did our birthday card with the flowering florets, and then we did this one right here. All right, a couple quick things to tell you. If I am doing make and takes this week, if you would like a make and take, then just place your order of $35 or more at my website by Saturday, and you'll receive this week's make and takes. Here's the host code for this week. And don't forget, on Thursday is free shipping day with Stampin' Up. If you would like the project measurement and supply sheet, just email me at sunshineandsparklestamping@gmail.com, and I will be happy to send that to you through the email. Paper Pumpkin switched up on the 10th. So there's a new paper pumpkin, which is going to be Valentine's Day. It's called Key to My Heart. You have until January 10th to subscribe to that. And it's going to make 9 cards for Valentine's Day. And there's also an add-on called the Love Treats Kit. And with that, you're going to be able to make 10 heart-shaped boxes. So that's a fun kit if you like Valentine's Day. It's a good time to sign up for Paper Pumpkin. So I'm going to be off for the next 2 weeks with Christmas. We do have company coming in. And I wish everybody a very Merry Christmas. Stay safe, stay warm, and a Happy New Year. And thank you guys for watching. All right. Bye-bye.